Exposing a flaw in tap to pay? Wait, seriously? Thank God I still don't have it. Well, in the Philippines, it's not an issue because we don't even have it.
I'm here with MKBHD, and we're gonna try to steal $10,000 from his locked iPhone.
Really hope it doesn't work. Really hope it doesn't work.
I'm gonna get you to put that phone down on top of this device.
Okay.
Just put it down there.
Just put it on, like a, all right.
I feel like I'm a bit of a magician, but I'm like, I haven't changed anything, right?
Okay, yeah.
It's still locked.
It's locked.
Nothing else.
Yeah.
It's just a
Okay.
regular payment terminal. Nothing weird about that. We'll start with a little like maybe 100. No, maybe $5. Let's start something like
Yeah, five.
Let's start with five. Let's
Sounds
start with
great. Yeah, $5.
Do you think that we can take like will we be able to get this out of your phone?
I hope not,
No.
but
Surely.
I kind of feel like you will. Let's see.
So now I'm gonna charge $5 on this device. Your phone's still locked, right?
I thought you had to unlock your phone to like get the charge through.
I haven't done anything.
Like a David Blaine.
It's like the nerdiest David Blaine.
Yeah.
Sweet. So let's try tap. We'll go.
What just happened on my phone? Approved. Whoa, approved. So, okay. I heard something happen on my phone while you tapped this on this.
Yes.
Maybe it's a good thing the Philippines is behind. Maybe the reason why they haven't like implemented this is because they knew that this was an issue and they never did it.
We got a little receipt for you.
Surely.
Credit, verified on device, $5. So, I'm gonna check my phone. Oh, I have a new $5 charge. And it's timestamped right
This
now.
isn't an issue at all. This is the reason why they have like bags that are made of like, what is it called? And something like safe bag or like wallet safe from RFID. Yeah, RFID. Wallet safe in RFID. Bag safe for an RFID. Like travel bag.
I don't like that at all. So that's
Sunny Bubbles, like it's
concerning.
15 months.
So my phone had to be on this thing.
Yes.
Did it have to be on this thing? Or like near it, I guess?
So the way, well, I could explain how it works, but maybe before that, $5, it's not very much.
Yeah.
Do we want to try upping it a bit?
I'm
gonna enter a slightly larger amount.
Careful. Careful with that. Careful. That's a lot of zeros. Careful with that. Oh my God. Okay.
Do you even think it's possible? Firstly, $10,000.
I mean, the limit on the card is above that. I don't know if Apple Pay will let you do that.
The question is also, are you used to spending this amount of money on this card? You know?
Not from my phone. This is like a big screen activity, like $10,000 purchase. I gotta be checking everything. So
When a big purchase happens in my phone, the bank calls me and like, hey, is this you?
yeah, no, this would be unusual.
Let's see it. Let's see if it works. Okay, I'm gonna do it again. We're just all we gotta do again. Put your phone locked.
Phone
on this device.
locked on that device.
Yes, exactly. And okay, we're gonna start this
Your bank doesn't?
script again.
I can't even do the same three transactions in a row. And that's the reason why I can't give subs 3 subs in a row.
No, just green, approved.
Print that up. Oh, we did that. That is crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that back.
Yeah,
For sure, I'm gonna need that back. But also, did that just, yeah, wow. It worked.
$10,000.
All right, I believe you. I definitely believe you.
Is it only Apple? Because like in the thumbnail, it had like a thumbnail of like a Apple, Samsung, and another one. and it was only Apple that had this issue.
How do we get this back? We do like a little Venmo or like PayPal?
You know, do we give it back though?
Reverse the transaction? I don't even know. Do I call my company? That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah, exactly. You can keep this if you want to get it framed.
I get a receipt of the damage. I never unlocked my phone. I never put in the password. I never did what I would normally do to verify a transaction on my phone.
Yes.
It just happened to be on top of that.
So how did we do it? Well, we teamed up with two cybersecurity experts, Professors Ioana Borenu and Tom Chothia, and we went to visit them at the University of Surrey, where they ran us through a unique hack that they developed.
They restrict those pay terminals. Yeah, that's why I only use my PIN and never use tapping. It's a vulnerability that can be adapted to other methods. This is just a low security way to steal money. Damn.
To bypass a phone's lock screen and then to drain funds from inside its mobile wallet.
Without unlocking my phone is the real magic part. That's crazy.
And the craziest thing of all is that this hack was made public back in 2021.
Oh.
So people have known that it's...
I guess the reason why I don't know about it is because we don't even have it. So why would I know? Why would I not know about? Why would I know about it if we can't even use Apple Pay or like Google Pay or like contactless?
It's possible to take money from locked phones in this way for 5 years.
So what kind of amounts does this?
The only limit is how much someone has in their bank account.
Yet the loophole still hasn't been fixed. So how does it work? Well, whenever you use Tap to Pay, your phone and the reader exchange information about the transaction. But they send this information through the air via a shared magnetic field. So
I still use cash. I still use like in real life. I just like withdraw and then use cash.
we can intercept the communication and alter it. All we need to do is to insert our own devices in between the phone and the reader. First, we tap Marquez's phone against this. It's an NFC device called the Proxmark. To Marquez's phone, the Proxmark looks like a typical card reader, so it happily sends over its transaction data. That Proxmark then sends that data straight to our laptop, where we run a Python script to modify it. Next, the laptop sends the data to our burner phone, which I tap on the actual card reader. To the reader, my phone looks just like Marquez's. So both Marquez—
Oh my god, that's actually even scarier. Nah, that's even worse in my opinion.
Marquez's phone and the card reader think they're talking directly to each other, when in fact, all their communication goes through our series of devices. This is a classic man-in-the-middle attack. Now, getting in the middle to intercept the data is actually the easy part. The hard part is what you need to do to that data to trick the phone and the reader into authorizing the transaction. See, to actually steal money using this attack, you have to get past 3 layers of defense on both systems. And to do that, we have to tell 3 lies.
Guys, why not make it 4 defense systems instead of 3?
2 to the phone and 1 to the reader. So the first layer of defense is the simplest. The phone is
And then if it breaks again, why not make it 5?
locked. And in an ordinary transaction, you have to unlock your phone to pay. But this is no ordinary transaction.
So, you know,
Are
if
we
you ever
really
go to the
thinking
subway,
yay or
there's a
nay?
feature that Apple's created where, you know, when you walk through, they don't want a bunch of people lining up and, you know, having to unlock their face and, you know, maybe they're wearing a coat and glasses and stuff.
Express transit mode.
Apple introduced Express Transit Mode in 2019 to let you make transit transactions without having to unlock your phone.
What the Why would you even do that? Just remove that system. I feel like that's like so stupid. Just unlock your phone. It takes 1 second to unlock your phone anyway. What the
The way this works is that the payment terminals on the subway or on the bus broadcast a message that identifies—
What? It's easier and safer. It literally just said it started because of this. Why not? What? I don't— People are lazy? It's only 1 layer. It's 1 layer of like 1 second of like just putting your face or putting your like code. What?
them as a transit terminal. Then when you tap your phone to pay, it looks for whatever card is in the transit slot of its mobile wallet, and it pays without needing to unlock. This is super convenient, but we can also abuse it.
We found out how this works.
Just remove remove that? There's just no way. My God, it just takes 1 second. That is actually so lazy. That's an insane lazy thing just to remove it. There's an issue with it.
Worked by going to the London Underground with our laptops and our equipment and actually scanning the signals and seeing what the gate was saying to the phone. And that's how we discovered this
you can
code
disable
for
it?
gate
Okay, thank
send,
God.
which unlocked the phone.
We use the Proxmark to broadcast that same code, which fools Marquez's phone into thinking that it's a transit reader. So when we tap Marquez's phone against the Proxmark, it's now expecting to receive.
I'm gonna say something. I think the iPhone in general fell off when they removed the fingerprint thingy on the side. That shit was fire. I love the fingerprint scanner. It was compared to the Face ID, compared to the code, whatever. Nah, there's just something premium about just a little fingerprint and unlocking your phone. That shit was fire. I love that one. I love that so much.
Receive another message with the details about the transit transaction. Here's what that message would typically look like in binary code. Each of these bits carries important information about the transaction. Now, the important part of this message for us is this bit. An authentic transit transaction would have a 1 right here.
I'm actually thinking the problem is that every single streamer has an iPhone, and to message other streamers, sometimes we use iMessenger. And brother, it sucks. I don't want to be the one singular person that just refuses to use an iPhone, and and you can't text me because I'm Filipino, and they all have American or UK, German numbers, and I'm getting kind of FOMO. Okay, I got a little bit of FOMO in that. I'm not gonna lie, that gave me genuine FOMO. Also, and then the whole VTubing too, and then the VTubing what makes this look good is because of the VTubing as well, which is annoying.
This tells the phone that the reader may be offline, like if it's underground on the subway, in which case the phone would need to send an extra layer of authentication. So when Marquez's phone receives the transaction request from what it thinks is a transit reader, it's going to be expecting that value to be set to 1. But in reality, the device sending the request is our retail reader. And this reader is online, which means that that bit is currently set to 0. Therefore, to trick the phone.
When is Booby coming back on stream? I think I'm gonna genuinely stop my subscription with Monster TTS. I know it's so fun to have fun with the TTS stuff, but I'm so sick and tired of TTS going down, not working, blah 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 blah. Oh.
Phone into accepting the transaction, we intercept the message from the reader, pass it through our computer, and we change that 0 to a 1. So by the time the message gets to Marquez's phone,
oh my God! Get that!
Looks like a transit transaction.
As this communicates through our computer.
I completely missed all that information because of everything that has happened. Hold on.
That bit is currently set to 0. Therefore, to trick the phone into accepting the transaction.
Oh, it's a 1 binary thing. Okay. From true to false.
We intercept the message from the reader, pass it through our computer, and we change that 0 to a 1. So by the time the message gets to Marquez's phone, it looks like a transit transaction.
As this communicates through our computer, we're convincing the phone that it is in fact talking to a transit terminal.
But now there's a second line of defense we need to break.
With this first lie, we bypass the need to
The first lie one was barely anything, by the way. I was expecting some crazy, some crazy fix around, something that really complicated. Nah, bruh. Change 1 to 0. Are we kidding me?
unlock the phone, and we can now trick it into making small payments of a few dollars. The kind you'd expect on the subway. But if we suddenly went and asked the phone for $10,000, well, its guard would go way back up. After all, it's pretty unusual for a transit reader to ask for such a large amount of money. So this activates a second layer of defense, customer verification. On contactless payments like this, there are 2 categories of transaction. We got high value and low value. Any transaction that's classified as high value requires additional verification from the customer.
For example, in the UK, most banks require a PIN or fingerprint or facial recognition.
There's a fingerprint thingy on the terminal.
For example, in the UK, most banks require a PIN or fingerprint.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait, step up and back a bit. Step up and back. Is this on a phone or is this on a terminal? Oh, it's on the phone. Oh my God. For 1 second, I thought the terminal had a fingerprint scanner. It had like all the like, no way. I was like, holy
or facial recognition for any transaction over £100. So for us to get this $10,000 payment through without customer verification, we need to trick the phone into thinking that $10,000 is in fact a low-value transaction.
What? How?
And that's actually surprisingly simple.
Oh.
That's because to determine whether the transaction is high value, Marquez's phone
Let me guess, it's one literal binary number. From 1 to 0 again.
doesn't actually look at the numerical value of $10,000. It just looks at another single bit of
Son of a bitch! Are we this is rage bait. This is actually rage bait.
information in the transaction data. A 1 here means high value,
No, guys, come on, man. There's no way they didn't at least like make it more complicated than this.
and 0 means low. The reason for this is that the boundary between high and low value varies from country to country. And of course, different
the
countries operate in
fuck?
different currencies. So a simple label allows the flexibility to deal
There's
with
no way. I feel like I don't know, man. I feel like as a coder, I feel like this is such a simple thing just to fix out. Am I crazy for that, or am I like any coders in the chat? Like, this is like genuinely just slop. Why did they even like? This is so.
variations, and it allows the limits to be changed without the banks needing to issue new cards. So all we need to do is intercept the message from the reader, flip that bit to a 0, and then the phone will believe that this transaction is low value.
Dude. Oh, it's because some countries don't include that data? What the
value, even though it's for $10,000. Then, when the phone receives our request for a $10,000 transaction, it doesn't ask for customer verification. It just goes ahead and authorizes the transaction.
Now, you might be asking, why is this data so easy to tamper with? And we'll get to that in just a minute. But we have one final security check to overcome. See, with these first 2 lies, we bypassed unlocking the phone and then tricked it into making a high-value transaction without asking for verification. So the phone is fully convinced and it's ready to make the payment.
Is a lie 3 just another binary value?
But we still need to convince the reader that the transaction's valid.
And this is where our third lie comes in. When Marquez's phone replies, it says it's approved the $10,000 transaction, but it also says that it hasn't asked for customer verification. No PIN, no fingerprint, no facial recognition. But if the reader sees
Well, yeah, well, I guess it's gonna be another binary thing because it's just gonna be like, oh yeah, it was approved, so here's the number 1 approved for, approved and 0 for not approved.
this, it'll reject the transaction because it knows that the $10,000 payment it originally asked for is high value. It should therefore require customer verification. So now we need to trick the reader into thinking that the customer has verified the payment. So we intercept the response from Marquez's phone and look for the bit of information that
Dev, I wonder how long it took them to, cause like, okay, there's probably like so many binary like numbers right now, right? Coming out in and out. I wonder how long it took them for them to encrypt, well, like each one understand which one is like what it's trying to like say.
it says customer verification hasn't been done. Then we change it to say that the payment has been verified by flipping this 0 to a 1. Now the reader's
Not gonna lie, I think you need insider info to even know what does what.
happy. It forwards the information onto the bank, and the bank authorizes the payment.
Or you could just pay some like in a country where like, for their time. Like, I don't know, hire somebody from the Philippines or in India or some and brute force that just trial and error.
After all, it sees a transaction that's been verified by the customer on their device.
My God.
Green, approved.
That is crazy.
Verified on device? Yeah, verified.
You didn't verify it.
Right.
So why isn't all this information encrypted?
That would make it impossible to secretly
Right,
tamper with.
yeah. Why?
Well, the way the phone and reader communicate has to be compatible with thousands of different devices.
Oh.
Which would be impossible to update all in one go. So for that reason, the information we've looked at so far is just sent across unencrypted.
Are you serious? Is it really actually genuinely only this amount of like info? Is it actually genuinely just this amount? Wow. Wow. And it's only zeros and ones, so it wouldn't actually be that hard to like brute force this actually. Wow.
Even still, phones, readers, and
Oh,
banks
it's more, a decent amount more? Oh, okay, okay.
all have checks in place to make sure an attack like this can't happen. And normally it can't. Except if you happen to use a specific type of phone and a specific type of card. Because when you combine them in this particular scenario, they create a loophole. So which combination of card and phone make this hack possible? Firstly, the phone has to be an iPhone. As we saw earlier, when an iPhone is deciding whether to ask for customer verification, it doesn't look at the numerical value of the transaction. It only looks at the high value or low value label provided by the reader.
But other phones don't work that way.
For example, when a Samsung phone goes into transit mode,
If other phones can do it, dude, what the f is Apple doing, dude?
it doesn't rely on this low value label from the reader. It looks at the actual numerical value of the transaction, and it only accepts a payment of $0. Then it relies on the transport provider to count up all the times you've used the subway, and then to send you a bill at the end of the day. So if
Oh, wire.
a Samsung phone saw a transit terminal trying to charge you $10,000 for a single tap, it
Yo, does XUC use Apple? I'm pretty sure he does, right? Yo, y'all can do the funniest thing and he won't even notice.
would immediately reject it.
But it's not just Apple's transit mode that makes this hack possible. You've got to have one specific type of card in the transit slot.
It was truly a design feature that was introduced by the way you mixed Apple and Visa.
And the reason that this works with a Visa card, but wouldn't, let's say, a MasterCard, comes down to the different processes they use to verify transactions.
Oh,
So what is it about Visa's verification process that makes this hack possible?
In a previous video, we saw that any card transaction relies on a secret cryptographic key shared by the card and the bank. When you tap the card or phone onto a reader, the reader sends across a long string of transaction details. The card then applies its secret key to garble that message into a unique code for the transaction. The card sends this to the reader, which the reader forwards onto the bank, along with the raw transaction details. The bank then applies its own secret key to the raw data as well, and if the output matches the one from the card, the bank authorizes the transaction.
my God.
This is called symmetric cryptography, since the card and the bank use the same secret key. And this step is required in all transactions, no matter whether you have a Visa, a MasterCard, or something else. But there's actually
So
another.
no wonder they're so ass about me spending my money. God damn it. You guys are prime for 3 months. Dude, if I do 2 transactions in a row, it's fine. If I try to do 3 transactions in a row, I have to call the bank to be like, hey man, it's me. Can you like allow it, please? And I'm just like depressed as having to say that. Please allow me to pay for my 3rd way of gifting subs.
Another layer of security, which MasterCard uses in all of its transactions, but in this particular case, Visa doesn't. This layer of security
That's funny because mine is Visa.
is not between the card and the bank, but between the card and the reader. And it's at this step where MasterCard thwarts our attack. The second step relies on asymmetric cryptography, so-called because it uses 2 different keys, a private key for the card and a public key for the reader.
Huh?
It starts with the reader sending across the transaction details to the card, just like before. The card then uses its private key to garble that message into another long string of digits. This is the card's digital signature for the transaction. The card sends this signature back to the reader, along with the public key, which the reader then uses to verify that the signature came from that specific card for this specific transaction.
To illustrate how this works, let's consider a simple example.
The private key and public key both have 2 components. N is a shared number, in this case, let's say 55. D is the card's private number, let's say 7. And E is the public number, let's say 3. Now, when the reader sends across the raw transaction data, it represents it as one long number.
Right.
But for simplicity, we'll use a much smaller one, let's say 2.
Okay, thank you.
To sign for the transaction, the card or the phone raises the transaction number, in this case 2, to the power of its private number.
Indubitably, of course.
So we get
I would have
128.
done that too. In a scenario of this, I would have done that solution too.
And then divides this by the shared number,
Ah, of
128 over
course,
55,
yes.
which leaves a remainder of 18. And this is the card's signature, 18, which it sends on to the reader. Now, the reader needs to know whether the transaction is valid. So it takes the card's signature and raises it to the power of the public number. Then it takes the remainder
Holy.
when you divide by the shared number, 55. And you get 2. This matches the original transaction data the reader sent to the card. The reason this works is that the private and public numbers are specifically chosen, so that when combined with the shared number, the public key effectively reverses the operation of the private key. And this allows the reader to verify that the card's signature is valid, without ever having seen its private number.
Interesting.
This is based on a type of cryptography called RSA. In reality, the numbers involved are much larger.
But that makes it incredibly secure, because that makes it virtually impossible to reverse engineer the card's private key. And it also means that even a 1-digit change in the transaction data will produce a different result when the reader checks the phone's signature, in which case the reader won't approve the transaction.
No, they're explaining why MasterCard is really secure, better than Visa.
This is a problem
Right?
because we've modified
Oh.
the data. The reader's expecting a signature
Yeah.
for a high-value retail transaction. But we intercepted the communication, so the phone's signature is actually for low-value transit transaction. This wouldn't pass the asymmetric signature check. But while MasterCard always requires this asymmetric verification, which would spot our hack, Visa doesn't. They only require this signature in certain situations, like when the reader's offline. For example, when you're underground with no signal, there's no way for the reader to communicate with the bank for that first layer of symmetric cryptography, at least not until it comes back online. So during our attack, we make sure the reader is online the whole
Oh my god.
time. That way, it doesn't bother using the asymmetric layer of security, which contains the signature that would unravel our lives. But the funny thing is, we've tricked the phone into thinking it's interacting with the transit reader. And transit transactions are one of those times where Visa does require the asymmetric signature, since the reader could be underground on the subway, and therefore offline. So the phone actually does send across its signature to the reader, but the reader doesn't check it, because in reality, the reader's online. So instead, it just relies on that first layer of security with the bank. Even though, if it did check the
Is
phone's
this voice AI? No, it's not.
signature, it would have all the evidence it needed to stop the hack.
So yeah, there you go.
Makes sense that it's that sophisticated because it shouldn't be that easy, but that still seemed way too easy.
I mean, the Apple part, that was a little bit too easy. The whole Visa thingy is pretty complicated as fuck.
And Marquez was not the only victim. I thought it was only fair that I first try it out on myself.
Approved. Yeah, here, your souvenir from the UK, from Tom and me.
Oh, what a lovely receipt for this theft.
Oh, 180? Couldn't they do $5? No, let's do 180 pounds. Damn, bro. Couldn't you make it less?
And then I got another victim with a bit of a bigger budget.
Our channel has a CFO basically who lives very nearby. What we're doing is we're setting it to be your transit card.
Okay.
So that means that if you're in London, you have to use the tube.
Yeah.
It'll take money from this card. Something just happened.
Yep.
How you feel about that?
Oh my goodness me. Oh my.
My smile would like slowly disappear and be like, okay, guys, put it back now. Yeah, guys, that was a really funny thing. Yeah. All right, man. Joke's over. Joke's over. Put it back in my bank.
There you go.
We were just gonna meet for a drink.
That was a good one. That's a good one, guys.
That's what, that was the agreement.
In the real world, say you had your phone in your pocket,
Yeah.
I would walk by you.
Oh yeah. There's a big issue in the Philippines at the moment is that people just walk by you and steal your information of your card. Especially, yeah.
Doing this.
So,
And Tom
about
would
my
have this
raise.
in the shop and pay.
By a sensor. Like cha-ching, da-dung, cha-ching, da-dung.
The easiest way for this to actually be a crime would be a stolen iPhone.
Sure.
And then someone goes and spends thousands of pounds.
A stolen iPhone. Oh.
So you know you could buy a car with this.
Yeah, theoretically, jeez.
Yeah.
I guess from your perspective, you've
Dude, steal XQC's iPhone and you can buy a house and you probably wouldn't notice. Frozen Echo, they get 23 months. Especially Trainwrecks. If you like steal Trainwrecks' iPhone right now, and then you spend like maybe like $1 million, he probably wouldn't even notice.
revealed all this information publicly, and you're telling us, we're walking in through it in great detail. How do we stop people from using this can we stop people? Like, whose responsibility is it to stop this?
Oh, whose responsibility is it is an interesting question.
Yeah.
But you can stop it by turning transit mode off.
Or not turn it off, but not have a Visa card in transit mode on an Apple.
Yes.
And you do
Wow, I had no idea Visa was that fucked.
need to be careful, because as soon as you have a suitable card in your Apple Wallet, Express Transit Mode is turned on by default.
This hack was first made public way back in 2021, after the professors had informed Apple and Visa privately. And to get to the bottom of why it's still possible, we reached out to Apple, and they didn't agree to an interview. But
Oh, let me guess.
here's what they said.
Oh,
This is a concern with the Visa system, but Visa does not believe this kind of fraud is likely to take place in the real world.
are you serious? They just said that we don't care? Holy mother of God.
Visa has made it clear that their cardholders are protected by Visa's zero liability policy. This is exactly the same as their position when the hack was first made public back in 2021.
So it seems like Apple are basically
Holy what the
saying, well, this is a Visa problem. So we went and asked Visa what they thought.
I think this specific vulnerability is likely within a controlled setting.
Senior Vice President Payment Ecosystem! What does it say? And risk control in Visa! Holy
Very unlikely from a scaled real world setting. And then kind of the last point is from a consumer perspective, is that in the cases where this is successful, they have the ability to dispute this transaction.
Oh, so it's up to us to like have a 3-hour call with the bank. Oh, right. That's so fun. Yours surely to get 10 months. Yes, I love to call the bank because somebody sold $10,000 from me. Yes.
And get their refunds returned to them.
I think that's fair. You're saying it's not in
Doormat? The do you mean that's fair?
entirely scalable, and then even if it does happen, we'll give you your money back. Like that's a great it's a great stance.
Oh, he's laughing at him. Fly Dragon, thank you so much for Prime.
I think that's fair. You're saying it's not
Yeah, that's fair, guys.
entirely scalable, and then even if it does happen, we'll give you your money back. Like that's a great it's a great
Yeah, that's great, guys.
stance. I still think though, a lot of people, and I think our audience
Oh wait, he wasn't ironic? I thought he was like laughing at his face. Wait, I can't tell. I'm too autistic. I can't tell. Is he laughing at his face, or this is a moment where he can't do that and he's like dead ass serious? Like that's fair. Hi, Renyan. Oh, f you, Renyan. F you. F you. F you. F you.
would really want to hear that you're actually making the technical changes to stop this from ever happening again.
Is when you think about it from a scale perspective, and whether
Yes, well, let's think about it in a scale perspective. Let's handle millions and millions and millions upon people's like money, and we can handle the calls anyway. What?
The network level defenses that we have are effective in making sure that this type of vulnerability is isolated. We believe it is effective, because if it wasn't, you would hear a lot more data about how this is an issue, and it simply isn't.
Yeah, but God, dude, whatever happened to, like, if you know an issue's there, why not just fix it anyway? If you know that the issue's there, just fix it. Like, bro, are they not paying their, like, employees that's already there? There's, dude, money? But they already have people there in their business to even work on that. That's a risk-based approach, common for business efficiency. I mean, if MasterCard can do it, I feel like they can do it easy.
The point that I'm making is that you're never going to be able to completely eradicate any specific type of fraud, because it's going to exist, right?
Yes.
What I'm saying is that we have the right detections in place to ensure that this type of fraud is not endemic.
Would it not be even better to just say this type of fraud is not possible? Why not just say it's not probable? Why not just totally get rid of it by implementing an actual technical change?
If you think about, for every $100 of spend that occurs on card payments, 10 cents.
I don't think he understands that, like, people might not even notice that they're being stolen from. Cause like people who are stealing can just do like $5, $4, $3, 2 cents, 2 cents, 2 cents. And then people will be like, oh, what the 2 cents went in my bank? Oh, whatever. So they won't call it in because it's 2 cents, 2 cents, 2 cents. And then like you won't call it in because like, do you really want to deal with the bank to get that refunded for 3 cents? You know what I mean? So like they won't call it in.
Power is too high.
I know it is.
Of that is lost to fraud. So every $100, it's 10 cents. If you look at in-person transactions, which is what kind of this topic is really much more related to.
In-person transactions, but you can literally just do it with somebody that's like maybe sitting down in a restaurant. You're close enough, and then you do the thingy, and then you steal the money and then leave. What?
That number goes down to 2 cents for every $100 of fraud that's being made.
So I've been thinking about this hack, and it reminds me.
I know that's in person, but that's even worse. Wait. Hold on. That's technically even worse because you're too busy thinking about other things than to check your phone's notification or something for 2 cents. Dude.
A lot about people who are afraid of flying. Statistically, you're a lot more likely to crash on the drive to the airport than you are in the air. So I do understand Visa's argument generally. Compared to other
I don't know, man. I just think that if you can solve it, just solve it, personally.
kinds of fraud, this is just a drop in the ocean. But airlines don't accept a small number of crashes each year as an inevitable cost of doing business. No, anytime there's a crash, they analyze it meticulously. Then they do everything in their power to make sure that it's never gonna happen again. Visa says that they'll get you your money back, and that's great. But you've still gotta notice the charge, dispute.
Exactly! You have to notice a charge, make it where it's like even like worth your time, make it like call the bank, deal with the stupid ass bank caller being like, whatever the oh, please hold the line. Let me like change the line for you. And now 3 hours of your life is gone just because you chose Visa. What?
It and then wait. Imagine waking up to see $10,000 gone from your account. That's money for rent, insurance, car.
Yeah, but in realistic sense, it wouldn't be just like $10,000. It's like it adds up.
Payment or a medical bill. Even if the refund does come, the stress before is going to be very real.
Exactly!
So for me, the question is whether just saying they're going to refund it after the fact is good enough. Or when a system touches the lives of so many people, should we expect better?
We should expect better when they're earning billions! God, dude, I hate billionaires.